Welcome back to today's video with me Kavya Tendral. This is all about biochemistry preparation strategies and tips towards UG University exam. My views and perspective towards the preparation. Where there is a will, there is a way. Before we go start that, if you have not subscribed our channel, do subscribe for more interesting videos like this and as well press the bell icon so that you will receive a daily video notification. We'll be seeing about the mindset before studying. We'll be seeing the approach to the subject, difficulties while we preparing, and the solutions for that, strategies of preparing in lockdown, at last a quick rehearsal of preparation with a question paper. Before we study, our mindset should be always thinking positive, it should be always staying positive and acknowledge this subject biochemistry is like our bone. With a rigid force, right force, we can even crack that. Before we enter studying something, we should always set a target, and that is the topics to be completed. The topics to be completed in that time. We have to fix the time. Like carbohydrate cycle, I'll be studying in 2 days. Now, what are things to study and what is the approach is what we're going to see now. One important thing is we need to order the subjects of difficulties like anatomy, physiology, biochemistry. I feel biochemistry difficult, so I'll be ordering like biochemistry, physiology and anatomy in this order so that I will spend adequate time on the subject. Next is I will be prioritizing the subject and put little extra effort in understanding and learning in a way that you like. That is like if you like sketching, if you like drawing, you can convert the entire paragraph into a diagram, or you can do something creative so that you will remember and study with your interest. And you should know the chapters names first and categorizing the chapter in which paper. Like in first paper we get metabolism, in second paper it is all about genetics. This idea should be there. Next, before we start reading, we should be choosing our book. Choosing one book is most important and adhering to that is must. Other books we can use for references and as per someone's wish. Next, plan the chapters and try to mark repeatedly asked questions and concentrate on that. Like you can highlight the keywords or you can use sticky notes, write it or separate notes. So one important thing, choose one book that suits you. Next, while reading, what is more important? What is the keyword? Because a keyword is the one which is important in understanding the concept and as well to write in the exam. If you don't know what is the keyword, it is better to take time to read at least twice, so that we identify the keyword. The word that adds meaning to the sentence, to the concept, that creates a concept will be the keyword, and thereby we need to find it out, highlight it, note it down. Next is changing pattern and changing mindset. Every time we write exam, the pattern of exam like MCQs now are recently added to this. So we should not always get frightened because of this changing pattern. We should be always concentrating on what is there. Like no matter what the pattern change, it is just 80 marks of short answer, short note and essay, only 20 marks for MCQs. It is good that we grab the 20 mark by just going through the entire book like a single reading and plan, highlight the answers to grab that 80. So at most the pass mark is in the 80, thereby when we prepare for this 80, we have more chance of getting this 20 and as well the 80. So need not worry about MCQs, we'll be studying directly about the other parts, long questions, short note and so on. Ideally, every topic is important for university exam because any question can come from any other topic in any page. So it is always possible for anyone to prepare like that. Next, where to start and when to start. First is always know what is your difficulty in that subject. Next, if you feel every chapter is difficult, you would be probably wrong in that thought because there are many other chapters which are very easy to go through in biochemistry. Let us see later. So if it is that situation, so discuss with your friends, seniors, faculties regarding the priority of chapter selection. First what I should complete and then the rest. Give first priority to chapters with more question which is coming from the university exam. For that you need to analyze the previous year question paper. This is how we need to start. First know the difficulty and then plan the chapter with discuss with your friends, seniors, faculties, and then start analyzing the question paper, start reading. Okay, if you have completed one chapter, make sure you have covered all the university questions. 2, make sure you have made precise notes and highlights from that point. That is most important. Make sure you have either noted down in a note or made sticky note in the book itself that you have read. If you get stuck somewhere while reading even one chapter, simply just take a break, have a coffee or whatever you like, and discuss this with your friends regarding so that they could help you out. Next, how much time should I take to complete one chapter or one topic? It actually varies from one person to another, so that one can read very fast and one can be like very slow. So you should not get worried about that and get upset. Say to your mind, whenever you feel like that, oh, my friend has completed that topic very faster and I'm still in that one topic, don't worry, slow and steady wins the race. Say to your mind and be positive. And then is as well, make sure you take time only in high yield chapters alone, not in small chapters. Even that small chapters high yield, make sure you can spend some time. If you spend that time, make sure that you have taken notes or highlighted in that time, which will help you to revise like a cakewalk. Next, what are all the high yield chapters? Now coming to the topic. This is all collected on the basis of analysis of the university question papers. So first is enzymology, including clinical enzymology, then is vitamins and minerals, and then is all the metabolic disorders coming under metabolic cycles like carbohydrate, lipid and protein cycles. As well, when you are reading cycle, always concentrate on key enzymes and regulation, which is most important. And next is the acid base balance, disturbances, and replication, transcription, translation. These are all some of the high yield chapters which is must to be concentrated in biochemistry for both first paper and second paper. Next, how can I make my notes? If you have this question, make sure if you are having a habit of underlining, yes, but make sure to underline only keywords. Or if you're having the habit of sticking notes, yes, you can write and stick notes the important points. If not, if you are more creative enough, then you can try like this. This is one of the pictures from my notes which I have made from VLDL metabolism. Drawing diagrams will always be more attractive. Like I have drawn this liver, and here is tissue, there is adipose tissue, and from there the cycle is taking place. It is all like this. The entire VLDL metabolism is concise in this picture. You can, if you have interest, you can draw like this diagrams. Next is this diagram. This diagram is also I have drawn just to remember the entire vitamin B12 metabolism is in the single diagram. So to make this, it will take time, but make sure you take time in this high yield topic. You make a complete note like this so that the presentation in exam also will be more handy, as well to remember it will be more easier. It is all about B12 metabolism and transport functions are somehow concise in this diagram. Make sure you do precise notes or sometimes diagram like this, which will fetch you mark in exam and as well remember a long time. Next is, if you feel that I always forget things after I go to next chapter, don't worry. It happens to everyone, even to me, in all subjects. It is for not only biochemistry, even all subject, all books. So first acknowledge that, so that you will not worry. Next, make sure you have highlighted the important points so that you can be more relaxed. If you have highlighted, made some good notes from the previous chapter, when you go through next time, it will be more easier. So feel relaxed if you have taken notes or highlighted. Next is get familiar with the topic. If you have a feeling that I forget, read next time and get familiarized. That's all. It is like meeting a stranger. We cannot remember some stranger's name at first. We need to at least know twice or thrice that to remember name. Likewise, get familiarized with the topic. Next, when you complete, it will be like this, right? So the completion will be of any subject will be like this. The notes what we make here and there and highlighting points can make us achieve through a right way. So plan the answer and minimum required points for any question. This planning the answer and questions can be done from analyzing the question papers. Ultimately, only some points are going to retain in our mind from that entire book. This is to be again acknowledged. Only some points are we going to remember from that entire book. So that some points should be the key points. Now, what are the ideas to studying cycle? I've already said, one, concentrate on key enzymes and rate limiting enzymes. Next is the products. Next is the signal for starting and ending for that cycle. Next is regulation, which is again more important. And next is the uses. Now coming to the strategies. One, first plan the topic to be studied for that day, either the before day or on the starting of the day. Next, mark the question, a university question in that book for that chapter before you study that. Next, be motivated to study and allot at least 3 hours for biochemistry per day. Make sure you are nearly use at least 30 minutes in between them for break. Ideally, you can go through chapter wise and complete at least one question paper one day. Make sure you go through all regular and as well supplementary exam question papers. This is actually must. At last, revise the key points or highlighted points in your notes. First, plan, mark the question in your book, be motivated before study, allot the time for study, go chapter wise with the question paper, complete it per day, one question paper per day, and then is you got to complete all the regular and supplementary question papers. At last, highlight whatever you have studied and note it down. Now, coming to rehearsal, like how to approach the questions in a biochemistry. This is one reason question paper from biochemistry. The approach to solve this is 2 points build up approach. What is the 2-point build up approaches? For any taken question, we should be knowing at least 2 points, and from that 2 point we are now going to build up the answer. That's all. Coming to the first question, essay, it is all about galactose metabolism and applied aspects. For galactose metabolism, we must be read that cycle, galactose cycle. And coming to applied aspect, if you are not knowing any applied aspect, just remember galactose is concerned with liver. You know that galactose is concerned with carbohydrate metabolism, and liver could be one of the sources area. So liver is affected, probably affected. Galactose metabolism associated with the liver. In galactosemia, it is already a defect in the metabolism. So there will be liver symptoms, especially it is like jaundice. And if liver is not well affected, then there will be also some kidney symptoms. So it is like just having a rough idea about the clinical features or applied aspect or the topic. For to complete it, we must be at least knowing something about the topic. That's all. Even coming to this third short note, PDH, it is pyruvate dehydrogenase. To make it trickier, they given PDH. We know it is pyruvate dehydrogenase. Pyruvate is related with carbohydrate metabolism. So we'll be writing something related to carbohydrate metabolism. Again, coming to dyslipidemia. Dyslipidemia will be associated with some disarranged the lipid metabolism. So what are the lipids which you know? Write all the lipids and the classification of dyslipidemia and so on. This is how we'll be going through and revising the answers related to that question. 2-point build up approach. Next is to concise. First, think positive and be confident. Plan the topic and prioritize the chapters as well the topics. Daily study and recall for minimum 2 hours, and depends and minimum 2 hours is just at a rough time. It depends on individual. Ideally, it is one should study the entire book like a newspaper reading, just a reading. If not, one must know at least something about everything in the book. Thank you so much for your patient listening.